Oh, yes, I know. It just, yeah, I painted my porch today, got that done, which was nice. I got home relatively early. I flew out at, hate flying out fuck all early, though, but it wasn't too bad. I flew out at, going down there, I had to fly like at 5:50, which is just ungodly. Because you really do need, you never know, you really need to be at the airport at least an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours early.
Yeah.
And it was only Milwaukee, which helps, but still, fuck all early on, what was that, Friday morning I flew out.
Direct flight or did you?
Direct flight, thank
Okay.
fucking God. Yeah, if I can avoid a connection, man, I'll avoid a connection.
Mm-hmm.
And then this morning I had to fly out at 8, but that still means you got to be up, at 5-ish, because you got to, I'm like 30 minutes from the airport at least, and you got to get there again, just in case. Yeah, and if you travel with Larry, probably earlier, Larry manages to get fucking flagged at every goddamn line he's in. I don't know what it is about Larry. They searched him everywhere we went.
Well, you've seen him, right? He looks.
Dude, I look far more than he does.
He's shady looking.
He is shady looking. I mean,
you have this you have this personality thing that allows you to just pass.
I'm not the droid you're looking for.
Yeah, you have that. You can, that.
Evidently,
it gets people right past your sociopathy. Well, actually, it's thanks to your sociopathy.
Oh, well, that could be too. But I'm okay with that.
Thank God for your sociopathy.
Because no, I'm serious, man. He literally got stopped everywhere and searched fucking every time. Like we went to the park, and it's like, what the fuck? Huh. We were leaving the park and they searched him.
I think his natural charisma just draws people's attention and flags them.
Yeah.
Well, the fact that he looks like he should be in prison.
That might be part of it too. So,
that's what I like about him, though.
That could be it. It could
I find it one of his better.
His qualities.
Yeah, one of his better qualities. looks like. Yeah.
No.
It's all over this.
No.
And he'll say shit too. I mean, that's the part.
Oh, I don't know. So again, they're searching him at Polynesian, and Denise keeps trying to get something about, tell her find a pot or something like that. But Denise, don't help him here. It's not going. Believe me, I know you're joking. You know you're joking. They're not so much.
Can you find something so deep in his ass? Yeah, really deep in his ass.
Because they may go looking for.
I'm gonna tell you, his ass deep.
That's right. And they may go looking for it. You really don't want to deal with him if they decide to go further than they already are.
Deep in Larry's ass. Where the drugs are.
So
he just stores it in his bloodstream. That's right.
It's much easier. But so that was the whole thing.
I find that hilarious.
But they keep searching. Yeah. Oh, I do too.
I really don't.
So literally, me and Ryan walk like we over the street, and I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, you're shady looking, but the minute you talk, you disarm.
Evidently.
So that's how you can get away with it.
Evidently.
Now, you're really great at disarming. Great conversation. Larry is, but his conversation is certain.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
That could be, not that you mentioned it.
Welcome to the Talking Shit About Larry show.
Hey, he's not here.
Yeah, that's what he gets. I hope he's watching. Oh, you're watching, Larry.
That's all right.
Talk some shit about Larry. Enjoy your probing on the way home.
He might.
That's really how they should be put in.
Probe away, man. Probe away. All right, hey, I suppose we should start this match.
Live from the 6th floor basement of the Guys, Games, and Beer Towers. Welcome to the Skeleton Crew.
Yeah.
Guys, Games, and Beer.
Yay! Skeleton Crew.
Yeah, we're all skeletal here.
Yes, we are. So some of us are still AWOL.
There.
Yeah, fucking with the camera. I'm just going to slide into it a little bit.
I gave up on moving the camera.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, Ryan's going to sit over there, so...
Yeah, it's been an interesting couple of weeks, actually. Man, it just got quiet down so long. It just doesn't seem to quiet down. So
Good luck with that.
yeah, I know. Well, that's all right.
We're gonna get busier and busier.
I know. Again, we got stuff coming up, so which we've talked about plenty. So we don't really need to talk about it more. But you guys know where to find us. We'll be there. Come have a beer with us. We love when our listeners stop by and
Game hold call.
and we usually have extra beers floating around. So say, hey, we saw you. You should buy us a beer, and we probably will.
That's true.
Unless you're a complete in which case we might just say, pound salt, kids.
Or we might see how you are drunk. We might just be curious to see.
Oh, we've done that before.
Are they an asshole drunk? We're not sure.
We have
It's
done
a
that
science
before.
experiment.
Yeah, it is a science experience.
Yes,
a science experience.
So two of us are science experience. So two of us are still missing tonight because they're still down in the at the I'd say the Magic Kingdom, but it's not the Magic Kingdom. It's I don't know if they're at the Magic Kingdom today. They had a park hopper pass. They will probably be at the Magic Kingdom, Epcot. What's the jungle one? What do they call their safari thing? Disney Safari. I mean,
I did Epcot. So.
Epcot. I'm gonna bet you those guys hit all fucking 4 parks today. So
you got the two of them that love to do the parks.
Thank you. They're freaking machines. So those two are probably hitting all 4 parks today. But yeah.
For the record, they hit the parks and we hit the bars. I mean,
we did. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so that was part of my problem with this trip. I much prefer just what we did, which was just going and drinking.
Yeah. I do.
It's a much more relaxing experience at Epcot when all you're doing is drinking.
Yeah. I was so messed up. Darlene was like, "What is?" She's like, "Are you on something?" No, I'm amazingly drunk. I was amazingly drunk.
So we're walking around Epcot yesterday. Ryan has completely forgotten. Were we here? Yes, Ryan. We went back there to have the Ryan had forgotten about
everything.
Literally, he remembered like the Mexican area, and that was about it. Everything else, like, did we go here? Yes, Ryan, we went. Well, we started drinking in Mexico. We drank hard in Mexico before we even wandered any further. Again, this was already me and Rob's second time around. And Larry and Ryan felt they had to catch up with us there, so they were drinking hard with us.
Oh, and then we did the sake, we did the little one, remember, the first time, but the second time we did
that box.
Yeah, the sake box.
Yeah.
And that went nuts.
Yeah, so no, Ryan literally does not remember most of what happened there that day. And we're not just talking like the night. We're talking the day. I mean, they didn't get there till about 2 or 3.
Right.
But that's still 7 or 8 hours of drinking, and Ryan remembers
none of it. Much slower the second time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Me and you were already hammered. So
we were wandering.
Yeah. So there are. So at least this time Ryan was sober enough to remember everything when we were done. So that was probably a plus.
I don't think I've ever been that drunk and not thrown up. I don't think ever been even close to that drunk and not thrown up. Larry was the only one who
tossed up that day.
Yeah.
And that was only once at the
Mexican area. And that's the time you see Larry.
Inside the building.
Toss up.
But he managed to do it in a corner where nobody noticed.
Yeah. He was a mess.
Oh, God.
Real fast.
Oh, yeah, there are.
A mess real fast.
That was an experience. So, so we have drinking buddies that we bought while we were down there. So we did actually go to Galaxy's Edge, and I had not been to Galaxy's Edge now that it's completed. Mm-hmm. And since they opened the Rise of the Resistance ride, and I gotta say, Galaxy's Edge is pretty cool. Nice thing was it was dead down there this weekend. I don't know why. Don't care. We went there Saturday and it was kind of dead. And I'm good with it being kind of dead. You're able to get on stuff. You're able to look around.
Well, DeSantos is he gives a tax break to those who don't go.
Well, he's not helping their situation down at Disney, and Disney's not playing nice with him. So between all of that, it was pretty quiet on Saturday, which I was good with. Because you really do get the chance to actually look at the Star Wars shit. Yeah. That being said, Olga's Cafe, whatever they're calling it.
Really? That bad?
Oh, it sucks. Okay? Not just that bad, it sucks. First of all, hard to book for. They give you 45 fucking minutes in there.
What?
Oh, and they kick you out promptly when your 45 fucking minutes are up.
That's wow.
Drinks, they're nashies. Worse than their fucking drinks, which I didn't think was possible, but were. Overall, I had to say, again, looked cool. I mean, they did a nice job as far as trying, make it look like the cantina type look.
Yeah.
But everything else about it sucked. I mean, just sucked. It was,
Hammerhead was hammered.
It was just,
it was just not good. Yeah.
there was, and maybe it was the night we were there, maybe whatever. I don't know. I won't completely kill it, but talking to other people, no, it sounds like
it's common.
It's a common complaint. Again, and so they're doing so many things right down there that to do that wrong seemed kind of like a misstep.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're usually really on their game. I mean, even with what we were doing last time was just such a great time.
Yeah.
That just have fun the entire time. I mean, there's just something to do everywhere.
No, and that was it. And it just, for one thing, we're from Wisconsin. 45 minutes doesn't, 45 minutes is not enough drinking time. Agreed. See, he even agrees with us on this one that 45 minutes is not nearly enough drinking
6
time.
hours is barely enough time for
Thank
a good
you.
Wisconsin drunk.
Yeah. So, and your jet fuel, which was supposed to be a really strong drink. Please, come on, kids. What you put in there? A shot? That ain't a fucking drink.
They don't mix their shot. That's like the big. That's the big thing. No, so they don't water down the shot. That's what it is.
That's it.
It just nothing. I mean, nothing. That one missed on every mark. I'm afraid. I had high hopes.
I didn't see any pictures from there either.
Well, that's a good reason you didn't see any pictures from there, because it sucked. It just wasn't. There was nothing really worth. It's not like you could have had. I saw one kind of skit they did there, and even that skit was kind of lame. You got this iconic part of the Star Wars universe. Take advantage of it, guys. So, but earlier in the day we did stop, and we went to the.
Hi, Jerome. By the way.
Hey, how's it going? We stopped at the so this is actually in the Star Wars, with the Galaxy's Edge game as well. This particular location, and Larry said they actually recreate this location very good in the VR game, so it looks just like you're in this section too.
Oh, cool.
Which is kind of cool that it did. And in the game, you're basically collecting parts and repairing droids and making money that way. In this case, you're spending a fuckload of money and building your own droid.
Oh, cool.
So, but it was kind of cool. I mean, they so we all stopped and built droids that morning. And again, here's my thing: as you guys know, I love hacking shit. So I bought this little guy because I have all sorts of hacking plans for him, and I already owned an R2 unit, not from them. I actually own one of the Hasbro R2 units, which is actually, as far as I'm concerned, superior to both of the ones they had there. The R2 they sell.
Well, you built one back in the 80s, right? Or 70s?
70s, dude.
Yeah, 70s.
70s. So, again, I'm old. Yeah, I actually, before...
Just to point out, generations represented here. We got,
Yeah, we are kind of going the whole
three
thing.
generations of drunkards.
Yeah, so, back when the movies were still out, even before The Empire Strikes Back came out, right after Star Wars, I loved R2-D2 in that, and I actually built an R2-D2 from scratch. Now, remember that, kids, this is the 70s. I couldn't just go online and buy all the fucking astromech parts and put it together. I literally had to make every part on that myself. And I ran it at theaters for years. I ran it for The Empire Strikes Back. I ran it for, and then for Return of the Jedi. The theaters would hire me to bring this R2 out because it was a fucking full-size R2-D2. I mean, by today's standards, you might, but the kids loved it back then. I mean, by today's standards, it was made out of, like, I rolled metal to make a terrarium dome that I painted to look like his head, and I added all sorts of motors and stuff. But it was by today's standards. But you have to remember, this is the fucking 70s, okay? I did what I could do.
There was nothing pre-made. You weren't 3D printing any parts.
No, thank you.
You're just making the parts.
Thank you. Yeah, you were finding
anything
whatever
you could find. You were using.
And I did too. And I was all of like 16 when I started building it. So I mean, my maker skills were not quite to the level they are nowadays. And like Rob said, you just couldn't make. Nowadays I got laser cutters and I've got 3D printers and resin printers and blah 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 blah. You didn't do that shit back then. So I built a BB-8 unit, and I love that because people have already hacked the shit out of this. I love the fact that they've already hacked the shit out of it. And in all honesty, the tech in it's pretty good. I mean, it could use some improvements, hence the reason people are hacking the shit out of it, because it's got you can change the personality by changing a little chip in it. needless to say, somebody's already made a circuit board for that, and has ripped all the ROMs, so you can change that out. Kind of clever. The induction control of the lighting on the head is pretty freaking awesome.
That is actually really cool.
It's very nice, but people have already hacked that, so you can put better LEDs and better lighting on it and stuff like that. I'm hoping, and I don't know if anybody's done it yet, but I will find out. The drive system sucks in here, kids. So here's the problem when you do something like this. Momentum, okay? So you know it's a rolling object with a magnetic fit head. So what you see what happens there? See how he bounces back and forth? You can fix that just by using an accel decel at the beginning and end of the motor motion. Don't have it start at full speed.
I thought the wheels were a little bit small too on him.
Yeah, the internal wheels are probably too small.
But I'm pretty impressed with how he drives, even given the size of the wheels.
Oh yeah, I mean
I'd be pretty impressed with that.
It's fine. Again, the motor control could have just been better, and you don't have to let the user control that. That could have just been controlled by the internals. You know, you put a little damper on it so that it doesn't make a quick stop.
Yeah.
So it, you know, exactly. If you slow it to a stop, you're not going to get.
So it just uses drag.
Yeah, which when you're doing a ball doesn't work terribly well. So that's I haven't seen anybody come up with a hack for that yet. I already have some ideas, and I might see what I can do. Basically, just I think a small little controlled programmer between the output and the motor would probably fix that, just so when the signal stops, it.
Will you use them for a battery in it?
Honestly, I don't have the batteries in it. I didn't even check yet.
Really? I just wonder if they use like the base, that basic battery that pretty much everything uses. Like that's
from these guys.
That base. I'm trying to remember the name of it.
Yeah,
but yeah. It's like a cell phone battery from the '90s that like everybody uses in everything.
Yeah.
Early 2000s.
I'm gonna bet you you're right.
Battery.
That would make sense.
Because it was a good battery.
Right.
It was easy to produce.
Yeah, and it had a lot of amperage. So they're again pretty.
I like the looks of it.
They did a good job. So this is actually, I'm gonna bet this is the Hasbro one, just rebranded. I haven't looked deeply all over it for markings yet, but this looks very similar to the original Hasbro mechanical one. And seeing as I think Disney owns Hasbro now, or vice versa. Somebody owns somebody. For some reason,
Disney owns everybody. Though.
Yeah. So
let's just assume.
All right. So I'm pretty sure that's just the Hasbro one reworked a little bit to sell there at the store.
Yeah, I like the looks of it.
It's a cool piece of kit. They did a really nice job. They have a cute little carrying case for it. And because it interacts, it's got interactive capabilities. It'll interact with other robots.
Oh, so you could throw it in the bag as head sticks out, right?
It does.
Yeah,
so it can look around as you walk through the park because it'll interact with the park, which is pretty clever. And wait, the most clever part though was this. And you ask, why is there a chain in the bag? Because these heads are magnetic. They actually put a place to chain the head on, so you didn't lose it.
Fly off.
So you didn't lose the head walking
That's really nice. That's
right.
well thought out.
That is actually nice design work. So
and you're technically torturing your droid.
Yeah,
in there, which
he's
is
chained into the bag. So no, I mean, overall, good design, pretty clever stuff. So so that's enough about Disney talk. Sorry about that.
Really cool. I like it.
Again. Nice.
I like the looks of it. It's a nice.
It really is, and you could customize it. You could pick your own shells, your own colors. They had different head styles available, different ball styles available, different colors in those different styles. So you can do a lot of customization. So we all built our own little droids. Again, I built a BB-8 because I already got one of the Hasbro R2D2s, and I love the Hasbro one though because that's all voice controlled. They actually did a really good job on that one. But that was a really old one. That was probably already 15 years old when Hasbro came out with that one. That's that small one.
Yeah, I remember the one.
Yeah. So, but it had all sorts of cool features built in, and I opted to build a BB-8 because I don't own a BB-8 yet. And again, it's very hackable, which makes me happy.
That's a plus.
You know me, I love hacking crap. So I will hack the crap out of this. But we're actually here for a reason tonight.
Oh shit!
Because I really.
You want me to hit a button? Don't
Sure, hit a button, Rob.
Ba-da-bum.
Ba-da-bum-bum. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum.
Low effort beer court. Welcome aboard.
Hey, there's 3 of us and there's 4 cans. We're good to go.
Yeah.
16 ounces cans, no less. Okay, so we've done more stuff by these guys before. This is our buddies over at Founders. Maybe buddies. We're not sure about that right now.
No, we're having problems.
We're gonna tiptoe around that situation tonight.
Skirt around that.
The Judgment, probably. I'm always hateful of my judgments.
This may not end well.
Yeah.
So we are having. What are we doing tonight, Rob?
All right, we are doing 4 Giants and the Haze of Destiny. Do we got any writing on the back? Okay, let's see.
So there are 4 distinct giants on here. I hope they have the story of each giant.
Sadly enough,
One's kind of looking like He-Man. One looks a little like Bowie.
Yeah.
Not quite.
One looks like my Uncle Lou.
All right, do you have anything on the box?
Yeah, I got a tiny little bit.
All right, give us the blurb.
Oh no, there isn't really that much in here. You know what? They're trying to get you to their website.
All right, hold on just a second. Let me see what I can find on this one.
Boy, heavy research done into this one. I literally picked this beer up on my way home. It's like, well, we're gonna do a show today. We weren't originally planning to do it.
No, because
I moved my son in.
You had a long weekend.
Yep. Tom had a long weekend. Tyler was drunk all week.
Basically.
Yeah, basically.
All right.
They haven't been messaging much in the group though. It's kind of surprising.
All right. Yes, I'm over 21. All right. So let's see. All right. You possess in your hand the power to unite the 4 titans and unleash a gargantuan flavor.
Release the gargantuan.
Flavor and aggressive high ABV. The 4 Giants IPA, boasting an assertive bitterness. Ooh, I don't know about that. Balanced with a malty sweet backbone, though. The enormous aromatics in the Imperial IPA come courtesy of 7 hop varieties. Command your destiny.
7.
Write your own legend with the 4 Giants Imperial IPA.
All right, this might hurt.
It's good. Yeah. So what was this again, Rob? For ABV?
It's 8.4.
Okay, this is a
ABV.
really strong IPA.
So it's not as bad as that Dragon's Blood crap we had. That was good too.
Nothing is ever going to kill us like that, did I think?
Oh God, you remember that?
I do.
What show were we at?
The problem is I don't remember most of that.
What show were we at?
Non-con.
Yeah, we were at non-con,
Oh my God.
and they were sponsoring the show, so they gave us free beer.
Lots of free beer.
And it was all like 10.5, right? It was
12 and plus.
12
and plus.
And Larry,
one of them was like a 16.
Do you remember? Because Larry and I both had a nasty headache on the way home. We were just hurt.
The hungover had already kicked in before we even got home.
That was really rough.
That was the year before the snow one, right?
No, that was...
Was that the snow?
No, that was the year before the snow one.
Okay.
I
was at the snow one.
You were at the snow one.
No one was there because the snow army.
Yeah, we were there just like doing a show.
Just hanging out.
Yeah, because I remember Travis was playing on his PSP, because he's playing on his PlayStation 3 remotely.
Yep.
Well, I'll be goddamned.
You can taste the alcohol, though.
Oh, yeah.
You can tell this is an 8 something.
Yeah, but you know what? I was expecting a horror show.
It's not as bitter as I was expecting.
Agreed.
And
you can really tell there's a lot of different flavors working there from all the 7 different hops.
What was the beer we did last week?
Week before? No, we did a beer last week, didn't we?
We did. It's about that.
I agree.
It's about that. It's about that kind of sharpness. It isn't worse than that.
No.
It's about as bitter. It really. Wow.
It's not that bitter, actually. I'm kind of impressed considering.
I mean, it's a hazy.
When they were talking about that aggressive bitterness, I got a little concerned there. Okay.
I'm kind of surprised. I was expecting it to be a little bit over the top. You remember about 3-4 years back when they were doing like those double, triple.
Oh God.
Octuple IPAs.
Yeah, it's like
I was expecting something like that, but this is nothing like that. So,
No, it's
it's kind of mellow, but again, it's very complex. It has all those hops, and you can really get that melody of citrus and stuff.
That's weird. You're right though. When you said citrus, it's I can actually taste the citrus in this one. Now that we're powering, I mean, it's part of the mix.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of weird actually. So I'm gonna do something here because
I don't hate it.
I know.
I don't hate it.
I was very surprised. I thought this was gonna be one where I was like, ugh.
No, it's a lot more solid.
It drinks easy too, actually.
Yet again, very well executed.
That's kind of concerning. It drinks easy.
It drinks easy. There's
this
not
will mess you up.
carbonation on it, so goes down.
It's at what a moderate carbonation. It's carbureted.
It's
It's
carbureted.
moderately carbonated. It's not super high. You're gonna burp a little.
Yeah, but not one of those ones where it's like, oh my god, I can't.
Again, last week, super carbonated. Remember?
Yeah, which I did. Again, we do not like. Only from the standpoint you get so bloated from drinking them that they're just no
You're
fun.
definitely gonna get bloated from this. I mean, there's
Yeah.
no
That's
question.
the reason
It's
why I
not.
love OG too, is because it's so little carbonation, has a high alcohol content. So if I want to like just have a couple beers, get a nice buzz going,
That's good for that one.
Yeah.
It's all because
This
of Travis.
This
isn't
one
it?
kind of goes along that same route, I'd
Exactly,
say.
Yeah.
I blame Travis for the whole OG thing.
Oh yeah, most definitely. That is all on Travis.
That's on
No,
Travis.
it's I agree though. This is kind of along that same line.
Yeah, this definitely is a heavier beer though.
Yeah. Oh
Like
yeah.
how-
Yeah.
Like I can just like OG. I always say I like it, especially during summer if I'm eating food because it's so light. It's not taking over.
Hey,
like, my
Bitch,
stomach
how's
and
it
stuff.
going?
Hey, bitch up.
So like, but this one's a bit heavier, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Again, maybe a fall winter beer.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay. So again, as you guys know, not a big IPA fan. I'm impressed with this one. The bitterness finished off quickly. It doesn't hang around in my mouth. All right, well let's start asking the obvious questions. Party cooler, man. You grabbing this out of the party cooler?
yeah, if I'm partying, I want to get drunk.
All right. Oh, yeah. All right. Point well taken. Rob, how about your
This
party
is
cooler?
definitely a beginning of the party.
Yes.
Beer. This is not the oh crap, I gotta sober up real quick beer. This isn't this is not a quote show beer. This is not the beer that you walk around with so people don't go, hey,
You need a
I'm
beer."
drinking. Yeah. This is a I'm gonna get this job done beer.
Okay, so again, IPA is not my go-to. Yeah, I'd actually grab this out of the party cooler. Like I said, earlier in the evening, want to get my buzz on, get chill, get relaxed, enjoy the party. One or two of these, maybe just one, would probably get you ready to enjoy the party.
Yeah.
Yep, I have to
All right.
agree.
Well, that's the next question. You're at the pub, man. You ordering this puppy?
I mean, again, it comes back to like it's getting the job done with that alcohol content.
Yeah.
I may not need to order 2 beers instead. Yeah, so
So you're saying it's economical.
exactly.
Well, that is a very good point. From an economic standpoint, yeah, it is probably a good bet economically.
Jesus, I gotta play Call of Duty later. I'm gonna be a mess.
No, it's solid. How about you, Rob? You ordering at the pub?
Yeah, I definitely beginning of the night. It has to be beginning of the night. This is an outdoor pub beer, I think.
Ooh, yeah. You're outside drinking.
Getting the wild on.
Yeah. So in
Yeah.
Wisconsin, as you know, we drink all outside almost all the time, regardless of what the weather is like.
First Fridays, that kind of thing.
Yep,
It's a
exactly.
First Friday beer for sure.
Oh, good call. Yeah. So
It's a
yeah,
First Friday beer.
something you'd order and walk around with as you're getting drunk as you're walking.
I
down
suppose
Main Street.
our hometown has a thing called First Fridays where basically first Friday of the month, right? First
Yep.
Friday of the month.
Yeah.
They basically open up the bars to the streets, and you basically walk around drinking. That's what you do.
Yeah. That's pretty much
Drinking.
it.
It's really hard to get arrested, which is really nice. You got to really work at it.
And Rob has.
Yep, that's true. I have not, so pretty impressed.
Gotta step up your game.
I had a good talking to, but no arrests. And it is a really great time. So if you're ever in the Racine area, you should definitely check out First Fridays.
Yeah, I think they're almost. Are they over or almost?
I don't
over?
know. They're either almost over or over, but
Yeah, because Party on the Pavement has happened now, and I don't know if they go past Party on
yeah,
the Pavement.
I thought they went.
I thought they did too. I thought they went into October, but I could be wrong.
Maybe they do, but then there's always Halloween if you want to drink outside too.
Oh yeah, there is
I mean,
that.
or you could always do smoke on the water, then hit First Fridays. And
To be fair, there's a lot of drinking going on in Racine,
Yes,
and
we don't have a problem.
That's our culture.
No, we don't.
weren't we like at one point we were like in the top 10 drunkest cities, right?
We still are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're one of the top drunkest cities in the state.
Yeah.
Well,
In
we're
the
definitely-
country.
Yeah,
In the
sorry.
country.
And that's like competing with places in California. Think about that. I mean, we go neck and neck with much bigger cities,
You know, it's bad
and
when
we're
sometimes I
able to
walk
take
to the
them out.
grocery store to get some brandy. Like, damn it, they're out again.
I get mad when they're
Yeah,
not.
think about that.
I get mad
Think
when they're
about
not
that.
sampling it. You know, it's like, what? You're not sampling this with the. But how am I supposed to choose?
But this is solid. Again, I would drink this. I would order it at the pub, and I would no. Like
We still have like gas station because we used to. Another thing that
Oh, we
was
do.
never seen was gas station
Yeah,
tastings.
yeah.
Like the gas station that's like right by me used to do them, though the gas station's now out of business because people would get drunk and just sit there. But there's a few gas stations that'll actually have like beer tastings in them.
Yep. No, that is Wisconsin in a nutshell. But this is solid. All right. Well, so let's see how we think about this one. All right.
All right,
3,
go.
2, 1. Thumbs
Yep,
up, guys.
Easy.
Again, not a big IPA fan, but this, like we always talk about, I don't want this to be also the last beer of my night, especially because I'm drinking this to get a little bit buzzed. I have to actually go install a door in the house later, so this should be fun. Because I've already finished 2 gin and tonics, Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now I'm drinking this, so installing that door should be a
Holy
lot of fun tonight.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll close perfectly
When
once
I'm
you got
done,
it on.
yeah. So, again, nice. I mean, it's not killing me. I can drink something afterwards, and I'm going to be able to taste it. It's not too bitter, but it's bitter enough.
Mm-hmm.
Again, when they said aggressive hops, I got really nervous.
Yeah, you
But
do worry when they say aggressive.
Yeah.
Because usually you think bitter with that, but no, it's just you do get a lot of the flavors of the different hops, but
Yeah.
not the bitter.
Agreed. So, all right. I suppose we should probably pass first. Judge Rob, let's pass verdict on Founders, 4 Giants, and the Haze of Destiny
All right.
Imperial IPA.
On the charge of being a giant pain in my ass to pass Judgment, because you know what I want to say.
I know what you want to say, but you
You
can't
know
do
what I
it.
want to say, but I'm
Can't
not
do
going to
it.
say it. I
Can't do
find you
it.
guilty and sentence you to...
Drinking!
It's hard to be really critical of a good beer. It's really hard.
I know.
You know, I try to stay out of that sphere.
But you know what he wants to say.
You know what I wanted to say. You know what I wanted to say.
Wait, Rob. Don't be racist. assholes.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
The mic may or may not have picked that up.
I mean, you can pick up flies farting. So
Okay,
no,
well.
this is like the best mic in the world.
All right.
I love this one.
So,
Why it's used on this show.
next week, back to normal, the show. We've done 2 beer quarts in a row. So, we'll be back to normal next week. We're like only 2 weeks away from Game Hole, right?
Yep,
2 weeks?
and we'll be doing live streams from Gamehole Con this time.
Love this.
What we found is we do so many interviews at Gamehole Con, we literally cannot. I literally cannot get them edited in time because I got a pretty rough schedule.
You do, and
it's hard.
And then we go get all these damn interviews and go, here, Rob,
Yeah.
we have so many interviews for you. And Rob goes,
Fuck you. Yep. Pretty much.
yeah, pretty much.
I go, well, I mean, I want to do them. I
Oh,
start
no,
with energized. I start with the best.
You get it.
But then you get the conditions.
Yeah.
It's like, the nice thing about doing things live is there's no conditions. It's like, we're not going to edit anything out that you said. You got drunk, you said something stupid. That's fine. That's part of the show.
We say dumb
I
shit
do
all the
want
time.
I do want to say
Yeah.
this, like, to anybody who gets interviewed on the show, I don't edit this show.
We do warn people.
Right, we do warn people. I don't edit the show, and I don't like editing things out because I really like... even the sound system that's here is here, so it has kind of an old school, like, you're just like... It's the beginning of a concert, and somebody's just announcing the concert back in the 80s.
Yeah.
It literally is made to sound like that. It's why we went from having like individual mics, which we used to have on the show, over to one central mic. I want that kind of classic sound, and to get that, you've got to do raw.
Yeah.
And the whole idea of the show is being raw. And if you like that, hey,
We have your cup of tea.
we're your cup of tea. And if you're not, you're not. But if you're getting interviewed by us,
That's true.
that whole
That's
interview
true.
is going to show up. We're not going to edit you to assassinate you, but we're also not going to edit you to make you look better. And that, that's rough for some people. And some people are very shy. Some interviewees are very shy.
We have had some
But
painful
I
interviews.
don't think that's a problem.
No.
To
You know
be
what?
honest.
In honesty, that's you.
You went through all this trouble to make this product, and you came on even though you're terrified, clearly, of being interviewed. I think that's cool.
We have had a few of those. I mean, where you could tell.
Oh yeah, you could tell.
It's like-
And they went on anyway, though.
But they came on. They were brave enough to come on. So
Yep. I mean, we're an old show. We're one of the oldest podcasts out there.
I know.
And even though we're barely a podcast anymore, I mean, very seldom.
Yeah, but
we're still one of the oldest outfits out there. I mean, over a decade, and you know, while we're much bigger in the actual live scene than we are here on, you know,
on the various
on live
podcasting
streams,
places.
but still, you know, we're you should know what we are by now. I mean,
That's it.
everybody's heard of us. Nobody
Garbage.
listens. That's it. We're garbage. Yes.
But we do it well.
We do garbage well. Yeah, it's true.
All
Anyway, that was a very heartfelt moment.
That
for
was
guys
kind of a
who's here.
heartfelt moment.
Aw.
Yeah, thanks IPAs. You know, thanks
Yeah.
IPA.
Well, and maybe the 2 gin and tonics we had before the IPAs.
That probably didn't help a lot with this. Where are we at? We're at the whole beer court is done. And
Right.
We're going to talk about what's coming up next week. Next week is, I believe, going to be my gaming embarrassment. So it can be console, game, whatever. What are you embarrassed to show us? So it's going to be a good week next week.
Oh, I
'cause
like that.
I'm going to tell you what,
I
this
have
crew...
a lot of embarrassing. Oh, he does too.
Yeah.
I saw that look on your face. It's like, oh, I already know what I'm bringing.
It's a
I'll
super...
bring my shame.
Yeah, bring some shame. I mean, we're all there, okay? We've all
We've
got
all bought
that,
something.
yeah, we've all got that something that we're kind of embarrassed about, and I think that would be a great topic. That's kind of in line with our show too.
Yeah. We do a lot
That's
of
what
we do a lot of questionable things.
It is. We do a lot of questions. Most of them are at the live shows, by the way. You know, if you haven't been to a Guys Games and Beer live show, we're on a lot. I mean, we do a lot of live shows.
We
so
again.
there's a good chance you're going to be at a gaming convention. We're going to be there doing a live show.
Yeah.
And you should definitely check it out because the live shows are super popular. Very often, we're the only ones getting a crowd.
Hell yeah.
And it's because we're just so snobby. I mean, we're just so We're just such... All right, we give away free beer. I mean, that really
we do
draws the crowd.
we do
It does,
tend to
yeah.
bribe the audience.
Yeah, we do tend to do that.
Which, by the way, who knew bribing your audience works?
Yeah, crazy idea. If you get them all drunk, they cheer a lot. Remember when what the hell? We don't have like a super topic anyway.
Right.
Remember that time we did we did the quiz show?
Oh yeah,
Well,
yeah.
there was
At
gaming
MGC,
classes.
at MGC.
That
yeah.
was hilarious.
That was freaking amazing.
It went
horribly.
it went so wrong. So you were there, right? Were you there for it?
I was at MGC, but I don't know if I watched the quiz.
All right.
So the quiz show, what happened was one of our character members, one of our regular members, was had traveled in. He got amazingly drunk on the plane, and he was actually incoherently drunk, but he was one of the hosts on the show. He was scheduled as a host, and it was not pretty. I was about half. You know how I get at MGC. I'm kind of about halfway drunk all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to reel him in, and I wasn't much better. And Tom loves horror shows.
I do.
Larry was absolutely drunk,
Oh yeah.
and we're trying to run this, and Travis is just sweaty. He's just sweaty. You know how he is.
Because he had set the
He
whole
promised
thing
me do this. He promised me do this. So person, I'm not gonna name names.
Don't name names.
All right, he's interacting with the audience during this thing, and it's supposed to be it was about 45 minutes to an hour.
Ooh, it
supposed
lasted
to be.
longer than that.
No, I mean it was
Oh,
supposed
okay.
to be.
It was supposed to be.
Yeah, it lasted about 3 hours.
Yeah, it did.
It was insane. In fact, we ended that. That was it. They never did the quiz show again. Oh, actually, they brought it back. Remember? They brought it back last year. We did the.
We built the booth for
We
it.
built
Yep.
the booth for it. Yeah. So anyway,
But that was our only involvement.
not better. Oh my god!
Well, not really, because the G2B adjacent part ran there a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I didn't realize Mitchell was there. At that.
yeah,
He was actually in the. Yeah, you were actually competing.
yes,
That's
he competed
awesome.
on that one.
Ah, man, that's crazy. That was a
Yeah,
rough night.
sorry about that.
Yeah, so sorry about that. We
Yeah, I
apologize to
wasn't there when the
NGC.
game
Like,
show's going on. I remember you guys coming back and just being all sloppy.
Maybe a bit.
there is no way I can show run when I'm that drunk. I was only like halfway there, but said cast member was absolutely bad
Hammered.
and just gone. I mean, it was just gone. It was a rough show.
Yes, it
That
was.
said, 10 out of 10 would do again.
That's why you need to stop and see us when we're live.
That's
Because
why.
you might catch us hammered out of our minds, doing unbelievable things.
So maybe you want to catch us live, and you happen to be at Gamehole Con next
Yes.
weekend.
Not next weekend.
2 weekends from
2
now.
weekends.
Sorry.
Please don't rush it, dude.
Yeah, I know. 2 weeks from now, if you're at Gamehole Con, guess what? Guys, Games, and Beers there. We're doing our interviews.
I think it's 2 weeks from now.
We'll be doing a beer court. We'll also be doing...
Well, you know who's going to be on the show because they're on the show every year.
Seppi.
Seppi will be on the show.
Really? You're like, you weren't talking about Seppi. Everybody should be talking about Seppi.
I know.
Every
they all
time.
should talk
Seppi
about
should be
Seppi.
on every...
Yeah, but...
He should be on every episode.
Well,
Yeah.
honestly, he should be. But, the usual suspects will show up. Last Hope will be there.
Oh, yeah, as always.
But that being said, John won't be there. John's deployed right now.
Yeah, John's deployed, so he won't be there.
So, literally, one of the guys we interview pretty much at every game convention we go to, because he's at every game convention we go to, is he does the Last Hope. What's the... why can't I think of
I
the...
can't remember the
He does,
Charity
he
organization.
does, we interview them literally every year. I find that terrifying.
Yeah, but he's
That
doing,
we don't remember.
he's doing something so important.
Not that part.
Oh.
I find it terrifying that we cannot remember the name of a group that
of a good charity group.
yeah, for like a decade we've been working with them.
Yeah, really, almost.
Yeah, we're pretty bad.
So, but he will not be here this year.
Extra Life.
Extra Life.
What's
Thank you very
That's
much.
what I was
It's Extra
thinking.
Life.
Thank you. Yeah,
So
Extra
donate
Life.
to Extra Life if you get a chance.
Thank you. Yeah. It is a really good charity. I think that they actually again have something formally set up with Gamehole as well, where they'll be doing something there. 'Cause
Oh, they'll have
The
what's her
auction
name
or
there?
something.
I thought they have what's her name there who runs the one chapter right now.
yeah. So she may be there as well.
Yeah.
But so Extra Life's a great charity, and again we will be doing all sorts of fun things at Gamehole. Looking forward to it. We'll be there. I'm going up Wednesday night, so you can catch us any day. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we will be up there doing interviews. If you have something cool you want to talk about, please stop by the booth. We had some great interviews last year. Holy crap!
Yeah, it was
we got
insane.
some.
There's some insane stuff.
We got some unbelievable interviews last year, and
I'm gonna be there.
it's gonna be hard
Friday
to
and
outdo
Saturday.
last year because we got some.
I feel like we just did it. I do. I feel like we just did Gamehole Con.
It does feel like it. It's last year we had such. Well, only because it took us like a year to get all the interviews up. So that's entirely possible. That's why it feels like it to you. Because you're the poor guy who's got to put all that crap up when we're
I
not.
was editing them till like mid-July.
Yeah, they take a lot of work.
That was pretty rough.
Hence the reason the live stuff. But that being said, we're going to be doing live, so it's going to be a lot more instantaneous. You'll see what we're seeing. It's going to be a great year.
Yeah, there's no copping out of it this time. There's no getting out of your interview. When we do it,
Yeah, you're.
there's no, hey, I was a little bit lit during that interview. Don't post it. No, you're gonna get posted because
Yeah.
it's posting
It's going right
instantaneously,
live.
and that's I like that though. It fits in.
It does. It really does.
Fits in a
So
little bit better.
looking forward to that. So we'll be doing that, and then then comes Brown Liquor Christmas because we are, believe it or not, Rob, Brown Liquor Christmas
Christmas,
isn't
3
that
months.
far off. I know, isn't that far off now.
Jesus.
Yeah, hopefully
thank you.
Fuck.
we're going through studio changes. Hopefully that will be done by then. I would imagine it will be. We're gonna change back to a little bit more of a. The format that we had with the table was good for as far as sounding conversation. I like this look, but I think we could do a little bit better.
I like the direction Rob's taking it. So
yeah, so that's
All new.
gonna be
there are
surprising.
some big changes coming. Rob's working on those, so it's gonna be cool to see.
I'm working on them by occasionally going on Facebook Marketplace. That's where I've been.
But
That's
big
where
changes
I've been.
coming up, so keep an eye out for that. All right, Rob, let's take us out of this.
All right,
mess.
this is every episode is brought to you by Lionheart Racing. All the joys of racing without the rubber hot dogs. You can check them out at www.guysgamesandbeer.net. Take a look on the top right-hand corner of the screen. Click through to Lionheart Racing. You can check out some racing. There is live announcements going on during the races. It is, I am serious. It is, I actually would probably rather watch them than NASCAR any day.
It's probably more exciting.
And by the way, some of the drivers are actual race car drivers, and they just love doing the virtual racing as well. So you're gonna get some professionals out there.
I'm already hacking this thing. So again, too much torque when you start. But if they just did this, watch this. hold on, let me move this for a second. If they would pulse modulate, see now I can't pulse modulate at the end, but if you did that at the beginning and the end, did you see how smooth that start was? How the head stayed in place?
You could just.
I'll design a second.
Yeah,
I'm on it.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
already
whatever.
hacked up.
But anyway, yeah. Lionheart Racing.
All the joy of racing without the rubber hot dogs.
Yep, check them out. All right, I want to thank you guys very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget you can subscribe to us on YouTube, www.youtube.com/guysgamesandbeer. You can also join the Guys Games and Beer support group at www.facebook.com and check out the master of memeology who hasn't been in for about 3 weeks due to a really bad bout of syphilis. Dallas.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's because the madness induced by the syphilis.
I mean, everybody around here rolls with the syphilis, but yes, the madness the madness has actually hurt him a little bit, but it's made his memes even better.
Which is scary.
If you ever just seen something that has scarred you for life, this is what we're talking about. This is what he rolls with for our memes. So don't forget to check out www.facebook.com/guysgamesandbeer and check out the Guys Games and Beer support group. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. We will see you next Tuesday. We'll be back onto our regular schedule with the usual crap, which is a topic, and it's going to be good.
I love this topic. Later all!
Later all!
Bye!
Bye.
Boop! Boop!
That's really good.
I like that it gives you a warning.